This is the portfolio rubric guidance for the pre-K standard PK.OA.A.3. Students compose and decompose numbers to 5 in more than one way using objects or drawings. When looking for evidence for levels 0 through 5, the teacher is assessing the student's ability to make 5 in more than one way using objects or drawings. The teacher will present the student with either objects or an opportunity to draw objects. The teacher will ask the student to use the objects or drawings to show a way to make 5. The teacher will ask the students to show 5 different ways to make 5 using the objects or drawings. You may use a 5 frame when assessing this standard. When looking at the suggested tasks for levels 0 through 5, there are 4 tasks for examples of ways a teacher could ask a student to show ways to make 5. The first 3 examples are where the teacher gives the students 2 groups of objects and the student pulls from each group to make 5. For example, the teacher could give the student a group of red bears and a group of blue bears and ask the student to make 5 using some from each group. Example number 4 is using drawings to show the ways to make 5. The teacher asks the students to draw all the ways to make 5. For example, the teacher could give the student a red crayon and a blue crayon, and the student could draw 2 red circles and 3 blue circles on their paper to show 5. When looking for evidence for levels 6 and 7, the teacher is assessing the student's ability to make 10 in more than one way using objects or drawings. So again, the teacher is presenting the student with either objects or an opportunity to draw objects. The teacher asks the students to use the objects or drawings to show a way to make 10. The teacher will ask the student to show 5 different ways to make 10 using the objects or drawings, and you are able to use a 10 frame when assessing the standard. When you look at the suggested tasks for levels 6 through 7, there are 3 examples of ways that the teacher could ask students to show ways to make 10. Again, the teacher could present the student with 2 groups of objects and the student use the objects to make 10, or the teacher could present an opportunity to draw on paper all the ways to make 10. The required method of evidence for this standard could be a video recording of the student's responses if the student uses concrete objects. So if you choose to have your students use bears, the video recording needs to be uploaded of the student manipulating the objects to make 5 or 10. If the student uses drawings to show 5 or 10, then a writing product that the student creates should be uploaded to the student artifacts. After you have assessed your standards, then it is time to score your student work. A rubric is provided to help you with your scoring. If the student is not able to accurately show any ways to make 5, then the student work receives a score of 0. If the student is accurately able to show one way to make 5, then the student work receives a score of 1. If the student is able to accurately show 2 ways to make 5, then the student work is at a level 2. If the student is able to show 3 ways to make 5, then the student work is at a level 3. If the student is accurately able to show 4 ways to make 5, it's at a level 4. And if the student is able to accurately show 5 ways to make 5, then the student work scores a level 5. For levels 6 and 7, the student is showing ways to make 10. So to score a level 6, the student should be able to show 3 ways to make 10. To score a level 7, the student should be able to show 5 ways to make 10. If the student is successful at completing levels 6 or 7, the teacher does not need to upload evidence of successfully completing levels 0 through 5.